2 tackles remain here for the Raiders. Fogarty on the angle, linking up with Strange. Now Seb Chris reaches out, and I think he's planted it on the line.
He shows a lot of class. What a player he is.
Yeah, he's a clever player. It's the little blokes doing all the damage. As I said, the Warriors got a big, strong pack of forwards, and the little blokes in green are just making a mess. And even it's early in the game, I can see it taking a toll on the Warriors, on the big Warriors petrol tanks. It's just clever play there, a little bit of chain passing. Good play, Seb Chris.
5th year of first grade, he's a Canberra junior. Oh, they were so close. What an electrifying run from Starling. Last tackle, Starling. Fogarty, Warriors on the back foot. Strange, it's not an even line of defence. It's a try! It's Xavier Savage!
The Warriors got called offside. Now have a look at him. He's trying to get back into that position behind the ruck. He doesn't fill the gap, and Starling realises it. Sprints out. He's so fast. He looks to the left, comes back to the right, and this is where it opens up. Good carry in from Hudson Young. Quick play the ball. Go to the right-hand side. Strange realises the numbers are to the right off the back of that Fogarty pass. Quick hands. And there he is, Savage, who has had a great start to season 2025.
Yeah, Tommy Starling's try. And it's what we said at the start of the game. The damage is being done in yardage by the little blokes from the Canberra Raiders. And you can just, there was a couple of shots there, you can see how fatigued the big man.
3 there to bring down 4. Egan again works the left. Harris to Vida. Nice straight run on the Metcalf. An intercept. It's Savage. He's away. They're chasing. Laetau for the other side of the field. But it's Xavier Savage. Goodbye! Raiders have 3.
The Warriors, a little bit of an attacking formation here. And it looked as though they were going to peel them short of numbers. Metcalf goes up. And Savage just turns outside in, takes the wrist. And away he goes.
You can't give in that much space. It was a manful chase from Ali Laetau, but a double for Xavier Savage. That's a devastating blow for the Warriors on the attack too.
Dan, it's a ball player's nightmare. Because you see space out there, you know where the ball has to get. And sometimes those outside men just take a risk.
It looks like the offload game will continue for the Raiders, and it has been effective. Chase coming through, Nicole Clockster. Now, what was the timing like? It's picked up by Chris and he's over. If it counts, it's a double for Seb Chris.
Throughout this game. And a great kick again from a young half who is just getting better with every appearance, man.
It certainly is, Braith. And we talked about it down the other end of the field. It's the benefit of being in position for an attacking kick. And it's a byproduct of your forwards winning the yardage battle. And second try for Sebastian Chris.
Double for him, double for Savage. 18 the margin, 24 and a half to play at Hosking. A line ball and a Timokor. It's given the all clear. So Timokor will go all the way. Raises the arm in triumph. It's another Canberra try.
Realising they had the extra man on the outside. Quick hands, dummy back on the inside. Hosking with quick pass, and it was a long pass. Timokor backs himself. Looks on the inside, only for a split second. He doesn't need anyone, he's that fast. How much speed do they have on that right-hand edge, Matty?
Look at this. He's had a hell of a game, Xavier Savage. That's Xavier Savage ball playing in the middle of the field. Great bit of vision, clever bit of playmaking. You know, they've just all the way through this game, they've had bodies in motion, running angles. As I said, it's, again, I'll reiterate, it's the little blokes that have done the damage.
And you can't underestimate that. That's a winger, Savage, playing across field, dummying.
Hetherington and Ricky there. 12 metres from the line, the Raiders, with Horsburgh getting it on. Fogarty. Oh, steaming onto a Nicholson and got there! Matty Nicholson, NRL debut, and he scores within 8 minutes.
It was a bad miss because it was an early ball from Fogarty. Really didn't take any players out of it defensively. Nicholson just burst through the tackle there.
Only 20 out here. Fogarty has got some depth on this. Here comes Chris. Back towards the Raiders. Papali'i is close. They're claiming it. Josh Papali'i has scored the try.
off his arm,
Oh,
and that's back. That's gone backwards.
Absolutely.
That's no problem.
No knock forward there.
And just watch Papali'i come onto the ball here. He gets squeezed by a couple of Brisbane defenders. He might even run into the posts. Goes down. He does. Just slides off the side of the post along with a couple of defenders. Does a great job to get it down.
Isn't that a beautiful sight? Not for you Broncos fan. Zach Hosking. Starling. Nicholson again. Nicholson is over. Great effort. Did they get under? Walsh thinks he did, but Nicholson has got a double.
Just watch it. Starling out of dummy half. They're on their heels. He beats Ben Hunt with a bit of footwork. Pirouettes out of the tackle. I'm saying down.
Last tackle. And Fogarty, this is where he shines, but it's Starling with the kick and the rebound and 6 more and the try. Starling does it all on his own. And Ricky is pumped up.
Ricochets off Ben Hunt. Oh,
that's going to be, well, hang on. So
did it touch Starling again before it got to Nicholson?
I think it did.
So
and Nicholson is always in front of him.
Yep.
Tries confirmed. We're going to have another look at that there. Did it just hit all Ben Hunt? This time Willison is there. Horsburgh, little sideways. Horsburgh running backwards. Now straightening. This is tackle 4. Oh, late offload. Timoko is over. Matt Timoko has got to the line.
Runs back in field. And then he'll push one out to Timoko, and boy, he's a powerhouse, and that close to the line, almost impossible to stop.
For the Raiders here to perhaps set up an unassailable lead. Oh my goodness, what a play this is, and it's a try! A wonderful bit of Canberra trickery. Chris combining with Tamale.
It's Mooney well handled. Manly determined to keep a clean sheet here. Flat pass. Came from Nicholson, and then Fogarty chipping over the top. A beautifully weighted kick for Seb Chris. The forwards just kept pounding it in. Nicholson gave it to him. They put their hands up, said, just lob it over the top, and we'll finish it off, and that's exactly what Seb Chris did.
It took something very special for the Raiders' first try. The offload out the back. The Manly team had raced up defensively, and Jamal Fogarty had about a metre corridor to land that perfectly because Hopewade was coming across.
Feeds it back to Fogarty, looking for a second try. Josh Papali'i fires it out the back, and pushing up in support, as always, is Hudson Young. They get the penalty, and off the back of it, they grab their second try of the evening.
I hate to say it, but the cue in the rack for the Manly Seagulls gave away the penalty, and they open up the field here for Jamal Fogarty. Just a bullocking run for Josh Papali'i. Inside shoulder on Cherry Evans. Very difficult man to tackle. Being a small halfback up against Papali'i.
Has been the order of his season. Great pass to Starling, but a desperate tackle down low. Robson saves it. Now Tarpany. Tarpany strolls over.
The Warriors in round 1 suspended, missed the next 2 games, returns. Corey Horsburgh, the footwork from Horsburgh, and also the offload. Certainly a big part of his game against the Brisbane Broncos was the offloading from Corey Horsburgh, and then Joe Tarpany just spinning his way towards the in-goal area. Good footwork from the big man, and just tramples a couple of Cowboys defenders. It was always going to be a massive challenge with the penalties, the restarts, and the amount of defence they had to do on their own line, and in the end, the amount of tackles beat them.
But Purdue with a bit of interest in that tackle as well. The high kick now from 30 out. Fogarty. Oh, what a catch! Xavier Savage has come from the clouds.
A high kick, this one from Fogarty. Xavier Savage chasing. I thought Drinkwater might have been able to get his leg back, but it was a metre short. In the end, he was stuck to the ground. Xavier Savage flying over the top of him. That is spectacular from the Canberra winger. As good as what Clifford did in the first half, and didn't they need a try? Saved one at the other end. Robson got it wrong on play 5. The Cowboys could have scored another try to get them to a well, what it would have been.
Here it comes down to Strange. And gets a little tangled up there with the winger Tamale. Ball play, Tamale! Oh, great tackle, Clifford, but he falls off and Tamale gets close. And this is a try.
And then it was a quick play, the ball. McIntyre out of play. It looked like the shot from Jake Clifford was going to be enough, but Tamale, very strong, bounced out of it. Clifford hit him with everything. Robert Derby couldn't do the job.
Well, I want to check the put down here, but it looks pretty good.
I think it was on the line, and then Derby put his hand underneath the ball. Oh.
Geez, that's a pretty interesting angle. But try confirmed. Try confirmed. 22-16.
Loves that offload in heavy traffic, but thinks against it early in the tackle count. Fogarty straightens, Kaya Weeks underneath to Nicholson. Nicholson, the English back rower! He's crawled his way over the line under the post.
Back of the set restart and score some points. Harvey Norman replay. Lovely little change of angle by KO Weeks.
Wow.
Matty Nicholson. Wow.
Don't see Blake Brayley miss tackles in that fashion very often.
No.
He must have some strength. He scored a couple of tries in their first game. He looks quite the player. You can see it's a tactic as well, turning players inside. Sebastian Chris got turned inside. Tarpanay got turned inside. Once again, just going back through the middle. Beats Kafusi, beats Brayley, then beats the fullback. Just crawls him.
Starling is lightning from acting half, and he kicks in behind, and Hudson Young is a willing recipient. I don't know if he's got it.
He's got it. Look at his face. Well, everyone was holding off him.
Yeah, it was lovely play here. Harvey Norman replay. Starling, he's crabbing across field, waiting for a straight runner. This is going to be close, Freddie.
No, it's a try.
But what happened was, so as you drift across field and you've got option runners out wide, the defence out wide, they have to move up. So that left a lot of space in behind for Starling just to put that lovely little grubber in. He sat up beautifully. It's just one bounce, two bounce. This will show it nicely. Does he get it down?
Getting nervous.
Eagle Eye Fittler, try confirmed.
Yes.
Nice. He got Nico's attention. Because you saw Nico.
Tries to break through the defence, but it holds 5 metres short. Starling across to Fogarty. Chris now got rattled around the ribs, but slipped a beautiful ball away. And Hudson Young's got 2 in the first half.
Fogarty got Jacob kicking those box kicks and said, you know what? Let's test him out with a spiral.
Oh, yeah.
And have a look at his contact here. Ramian, bang. But in the left hand, just pops it up. Hudson Young, one mobile, balance, finds a try line. Gal.
Right, just on Jamal Fogarty's kicks, down here at ground level, they're obviously going extremely high, but the amount they're moving on the way down, they're moving 5 or 10 metres on the way down, so extremely hard to catch for the wingers and the fullbacks. Obviously too hard on that occasion. Gifting the Raiders 6 to go. Great offload, good try to Hudson Young, gets a double.
Well, the air's lighter down there. Well, I remember used to watch Terry Campese.
It's back to Savage. Savage rolls it through. Timoko chasing. The ball bounces up. Weeks has got it. He keeps it alive. Back to Simi Sasaki.
One good play.
Produced a miracle.
Good play. Something.
Harvey Norman replay. Just have a look at this. Hudson Young show and go down that left-hand side. He got taken to ground. It looked like the ball was going to get stopped in his track right there, but they find a way, keep it alive. He comes all the way out the other side of the field. Lovely kick there. Who was that, Savage?
Yeah.
Kyo Weeks.
Pass.
Oh, incredible, incredible. In the end, the Sharks, they just ran out of manpower. They ran out of jerseys. There it is. There's Stick. He's happy.
What about that?
Hey! Oh!
There's Danica's in the background. They got the best seat in the house. What a play by Savage. You can see he was just thinking and saw the space. Timoko put his hand out and led to the space. And beautiful work by Sebastian Chris. Come from the other side of the field to score the match winner.
Well, they've done it the hard way tonight, haven't they?
Right, Raymond all over it. Now Starling, they're going to do something close to the ruck. Parramatta just came to a stop, and Tarpany helps himself to the try. The Eels defence.
No movement off the defensive line. Watch the middle forwards there. Nothing from Sean Lane. Nothing on the other side of the ruck at all from Sean Lane. Junior Barlaw just didn't have the movement once Tarpany skipped on his outside. Too strong there by Iongi. And really, one of the elite forwards in the competition. You just cannot give that amount of time and room close to the line.
Wider, Timicor. Russell in front of him. Brown does the job again. Last play, Raiders. Starling for Fogarty to kick low towards the uprights. And his halves partner is there.
Hasn't quite had the start of the season I think we all expected. Ethan Strange, given the season that he put together last year, absolutely brilliant. Had a couple of try involvements, but that's his first try. And just snuck up on the outside there of Offa Hengawi. And the kick sits up perfectly for Ethan Strange. And the Raiders, on the back of another chunk of possession down on Parramatta's line, pick up their second try of the night, and the halfback having some nice touches.
Yeah, Joe was, well, not quite as slow as the Queen Mary, but he was a little slow to turn. You know what I mean? The big fella. Shut down Strange. Young and Chris. And offload. Back to Young. Beautiful play. Choppy close and be proud. Hudson Young scores the try for the Raiders.
But the speed and the athleticism, the youth that they've invested in the Raiders, gets around Brown, gets through Smith, gets rid of the Fox, and then just weaves his way through the defensive line, picks up Savage, who just went from first gear to fifth in a flash. He's so electric, Xavier Savage. And then the ball movement out to the left-hand side. Well, he deserves this. I mean, we've spoken about the strength of Chris, how well he started the year, but boy, I mean, Hudson Young is one of the form players of the competition. And that's fact. He has been absolutely outstanding from the moment they hit the ground in Vegas. Hudson Young has been exceptional for the Canberra Raiders. And just busts through the tackle there of Iongi and picks up the Raiders third. What a try, Vossi. What a sequence of play.
Yeah, you're really scarred from the match tonight. Through the centre. Starting for Strange. Propelled off defenders. Swerves away. Support there on the outside. Sasaki got it away. Timoko moving beautifully. Shows the speed of a Savage or Weeks.
And out of dummy half. Marker left on the ground. Katonga tired and just skips and toys with them. Drags in the Parramatta defence and finds a strong running Ethan Strange. Great skill there on the edge from Sasangi. And you just can't stop Timoko once he gets moving like that. That close to the line. Short, nuggety, powerful, great speed. And built like granite. Timoko back on the inside. Great footwork, great balance. And powers his way over for the Raiders' fourth try. And the Parramatta side, who so desperately were holding on to half-time, have just been opened up right on the break. And it's Matt Timoko.
It's a good sight. Swerve off right,
yeah.
Step off right, straighten up, accelerate, and then strength gets him. Quite poetic. He finishes up with the ball. Raiders with Tamale. They are a chance here. Tamale straight through the front door. That's been knocked down. Play on jumper pulled. They get the try anyway.
The audacious kick from Timoko and the offload. Hudson Young has put himself in the picture when others hesitated, and he's come up with a vital four-pointer. Ball doomed to have come off Simonson. Play on, and Young swoops. And the Raiders now out to 30.
Back-to-back doubles for Hudson Young. I'll say this, if there's any sort of good side to it, if Young didn't score here, I reckon Hawkins would find himself in the sin bin.
I agree.
And I would fear for what would happen to Parramatta in the next 10, one man down in Darwin.
That's interesting.
So, you know what I mean? I'm trying to find something out of that. But it's blatant by Hawkins. He pulls the jumper.
Yeah, well, he had to, didn't he?
He's pulling him up.
Yeah.
So he would have been in the bid. 15 minutes remaining. 20 points is the margin. And it goes with Fogarty. On for Weeks to kick. Here comes Savage. Oh, the bounce. It got big on Savage. It just popped up. Xavier can't believe it. And there's no doubt about the action. It's an unnatural action, unusual.
Well, if he's there, maybe, yeah. The bounce is, bounce is significant.
How does he get the ball down too? You don't have to be certain, okay? The rule book says that. You don't have to be certain.
No.
I'm certain he wouldn't have scored. Batty, Tarpany. He's in offloading mode now. He's well. Look at that pass! And it's a hat-trick! No, the back rowers. Nicholson scores between the two back rowers.
Yeah, a couple of great runs during that set from Sebastian Kris and Matt Timikoff, followed up by Horsburgh. But we said earlier, like if he's not the best prop in the game, he's in the top three and has been for a long time. The footwork, the athleticism, the power, the fend. He's got it all, Joe Tarpany. He is so good to watch. And he just holds them off with ease, with brute strength, and the flick pass. Well, that was brilliant from Tarpany. Absolutely brilliant. Turns and just gives off the hit. I think, well, here we go. This is why. Look at this.
Strange. Oh, hangs onto it. Got it away to Chris. The Green Machine at their best. It's a throwback to the days where Ricky was the halfback.
Tap restart. Just watch this from Strange. Cuts back again. Hudson Young involved. The left-hand side's been outstanding tonight. And the strength of Chris to get through the speed. That is brilliant from the Raiders. Absolutely brilliant. Young. Strange. Chris. And Weeks looming up the inside. It's brilliant. It is absolutely brilliant, and it's a well-earned 50 tonight.
And it's in the 78th minute. You know, they're running
right.
full of energy. In oppressive conditions to a degree. And Canberra winning, running away.
Well, you're right, because how many times have we seen in recent years, like, due to conditions here, the unusual conditions, compared to Sydney and Queensland.
This back row for Canberra between them, Nicholson and Young, the back rowers, 9 tries this year. And nice exchange here. Fogarty to Strange. Overlap is there. Speed to finish it off. Tamale goes over for the Raiders.
Well, this is slick work. Great ball playing. Smithies, Horsburgh. Fogarty out to Strange. And Tamale. Great athleticism on the outside of some pretty ordinary defence there from the Gold Coast side on their right edge. Certainly not connected. Some going in, some going out. And in the end, Tamale on the back of an error from Jolliffe. Change of the middles from Hasler. Taking off Fa'asul Malawi and Campbell Gillard. And Jolliffe comes up with the error.
Titans goal line defence on show here. Starling, left side, Fogarty. Beautiful ball. That is wonderful. Hudson Young running off Morgan Smithies.
In this Raiders side, the ball from Starling was a beauty. But that there from Smithies and the trust from Hudson Young to hit that at full speed. It's a courageous line from Young, but he trusts Smithies. And they just breeze past. Young breezes past Tom Weaver. Look at this, just straight through the tackle. No stopping there from Fa'asul Malawi, Isaac. And Hudson Young, his 6th try of the season.
His 10th carry, would you believe? Adam Mariota there for the Raiders. Starling, left, Smithies, Fogarty, straight run, Raiders, Strange over, the Raiders!
Titans under the blowtorch. It's the ball playing of the Englishman, Smithies again. But great deception, played away from Young this time. A lot of focus on the form of Hudson Young. They play away from him, Fogarty, and then coming back on the inside. A powerful and charging Ethan Strange. Did well to get the ball down. It was a great effort from De Groot. One-on-one stop, body in front, but the power, the left forearm.
Brimson there to make the tackle. Last it is, 11 metres away. From Weeks to Fogarty, it's a standard bomb. Across field, Chris is there! What a catch! Sebastian Kris.
And they go straight to work. It was a late pass from Weeks to Fogarty, who steadied himself. Execution perfect on the kick. Landed it right on the try line. And Sebastian Chris, boy, Vossi, what a season he's also having. In career best form, positioned himself perfectly. Put down was just as good. The kicking game of Fogarty impressive, but the form of Hudson Young and Sebastian Chris on this left-hand side has been superb.
Strange, dummy to Young, gives it to Chris. Defence holds solid. Weaver's 19th tackle of the day just there. Paddy, they're going to run it straight. Look at this fella, Hudson Young.
Paddy hitting Hudson Young when he thought it was going out the back, and then he just went straight to top gear. Saw De Groot in front of him and just marched his way over the top. He is in incredible form, so powerful. And close to the line, Hudson Young, almost unstoppable this year. Scored a ripper of a try in the first half and gets another. Fogarty wanted it out the back. Haas unable to get out of Marco. That left De Groot on his own.
Only a metre short. It comes back now to Fogarty again. He'll chip it out wide. Tamari is there. Tries to make the catch and spin in. Chris gives it back to Tamari, who reaches down.
It's only been off for about a minute. They've been down to 12 men. The Harvey Norman replay here. The pass back on the inside. Stays alive. The Canberra Raiders are in. They celebrate. Touch and go. Showed great strength, Chris. Get that ball back on the inside.
Just a settler for the forward. Now they're deep on this right-hand side. Fogarty, first man option is Mariota, who pops it up. Weeks reels it in, plants it down. The Raiders have hit back.
Well, just watch the way he explodes. Change of pace, bang, straight on the outside. Beautiful offload. And the Raiders just like that, maybe. That's the sort of play they need to get them going in this first half. Beautiful tackle brust, offload, one-hander. Wicks gets the spoils.
That's a great angle right there, that replay showing Mariota at speed, just hitting the bodies, exploding through the front line there. The tackle of Lemu, Elu in particular, and then despite the attention of Nikorima, the pass, yes, while it was tight, I'm going to say comfortably either flat or backwards to Kyo Weeks. Back to Fogarty, who takes them on himself. He had support in Hosking. He'd overrun it. Fogarty did well not to pass it. Here is Hosking now. He gets there.
Look at that. Just misses out on the play, doesn't worry about it, gets himself back, resets. The Harvey Norman replay right next to the ruck. Power running. It looked like it was going to be the face ball to Papali'i. We've seen him score many a try that close to the line. But he hits the front man. Have a look at all the eyes straight up at Papali'i. They overread it, got one-on-one, and Hostings gets the try.
The ball also slightly moving there for Hoskins. Nicholson takes it down to the 10, looking for a quick one. Tamari comes across here to Tarpany. He runs towards the uprights, stands, delivers. Strange is in.
There's a couple of big runs down the middle here. Great play by the Raiders. A quick play the ball. Straight away they go to the right-hand side. Tarpany sums it up quickly. Straightens up the attack here. Plays unders. And that's good support play there by Strange. Back-to-back tries in the second half here to the Raiders. They haven't given up the ghost. Beautiful offload. What a great shot this is. Great offload there from Tarpany. Strange in
front of a big crowd here in Canberra. Beautiful afternoon. Look at the rhythm they've got suddenly. Tim McCaw straightens. He's away. He's got Nicholson there with him. Nicholson will run away. Canberra, 3 tries in a row.
And getting themselves right back into the game. Watch this run from Timoko. Just the way that he bursts straight through. What power running. Just skips out of a couple of tackles. We see Nicholson back on the inside. And the Raiders on their home ground with momentum. Be hard to pull up now.
What a stunning mood swing in this game. Timoko off that right foot, able to beat both Farnworth and also Nikorima. picked the gap beautifully between them. And then Nicholson was always there in support. And it was a draw and pass from Matt Timokor. And Nicholson runs away for his 5th try in the NRL in this just his 7th game. Who knew the Englishman, the edge forward, was going to be a try-scoring machine?
Well, they know how to find him, don't they? Ricky Stewart
got the pass away in time. Fogarty, rubbers. Chris was blocked. Forced there by Isako coming in to force the ball in the end goal.
And this will tell us a story here. This is a miracle ball here out the back. Fogarty just sums it up pretty quickly. The kick. You could see Chris pointing. No, I think he's
short.
I think he's gone over the top of that.
It was short of the line when his body came down on top of the ball. Right there, his legs are in the end goal, but the ball was still in the field of play, and Chris pounces, and Canberra have the lead.
And what a tough pickup that was for Isako. Look at Ricky. What a comeback here from the Raiders. Isako trying to attack the ball, the bounces over the top of him. And Chris there right on the spot, scoops it up. The Raiders are in again.
Well, can you believe these scenes? Smithies back through the middle, they bypass him. Fogarty shows it. Fogarty! He scores the winner! What a comeback by the Raiders!
Fogarty, look at the sprint off the line there. The dummy, the footwork. What a place to score, right under the post. Can you believe this comeback? They haven't scored in the second half, the Dolphins. 28 points in the first half, 0 in the second.
It has been 26 straight points for Canberra. And the last 4 of them coming via this man, Jamal Fogarty. Cast your mind back to the first half when he was under siege defensively. And the Dolphins kept coming out to the left-hand side. They exposed him not once but twice on their way to building that 28 points to 10 lead at the break. But they've been held scoreless. And it's been an avalanche of points for Ricky Stewart and the Green Machine. Another. The big Papa Bear will play it. 15 out in front of the uprights. Horsburgh to Fogarty. Shows it in. Goes out. Strange to Tamale. One-on-one with Farlongo. Sav thinks.
Found the Storm wanting. Brilliant play on the inside here. Nice early ball, wasn't it? And they just put it through the hands. Strange had to take a couple of steps to draw in the Storm defence. And look at the work here from the big Canberra winger. He gets it down. Yes, sir. Thank you very much. Great strike back from the Raiders.
A physical advantage against Suafa-Longo, obviously, and then that strength to hold him off and plant it down. Try confirmed by the bunker. No problem there as far as being inside the touch-in goal line. A salute, and Canberra hit back, and they needed to.
Yeah. Farlongo did everything he could.
Back towards the uprights. Tackles up their sleeve. They come back to the right. Weeks Timokor against Anderson. He's so hard to stop. Matthew Timokor.
Let's have a look at this. Coates gets up, knocks it backwards, and then the Raiders pounce. And this time it's on the right edge. Nice work on the inside, and Timokor just too strong and powerful, close to the line. Nice passing here. Look at this passing. Crispin out front. That's where you want it. He catches it and immediately thinks, bang, I'm going for the try line. Stop me if you can. And of course, Munster comes in but cannot stop the try. Nice work from the Raiders. They're back in it, Warren.
They came to the right-hand side. A little shot there, back to the middle, and then locking this game up. Fogarty now, testing the edges. Nicholson for Weeks. Runs towards Pappenhausen. Here's a chase. Weeks over the top. Wants a bounce. And gets one straight from room service.
He's got to kick it there. But look at this play. Beautiful work from the Englishman. Back on the inside. And Weeks gets the ball and pins the ears and sets sail for Pappenhausen. How do I get around Pappenhausen? I'm going to chip it over his head.
What a shot that is, as he looked into the eyes of Ryan Pappenhausen and said, it's you and me, buddy. Who's going to blink first? He chipped it over the top. He wanted the bounce. He got it, as we said, straight from room service. Terrific hands as the rain pours down. He brings it down. Pappenhausen there, still trying to force it from him. Kyo Weeks take a bow, perhaps the moment of the weekend.
That is another great moment in this beautiful game that Rugby League keeps providing these memories, these actions that the players do. And Pappenhausen tried to punch the ball out of his hand when he dived for the try line, but he couldn't get there. Look at the Raiders players.
Starling to Fogarty. The perennial try scorer Nicholson, well dealt with on this occasion. Back now to Hosking. Hosking is over. Zach Hosking scores!
Scummy half. Starling just held up the pass. There's the run from Tarpany getting through the tackle of King. And then venturing out it was Fogarty. Just testing the tackle there of Burton one-on-one. And then they come back through the middle. Tarpany reloading. There's Hoskins, and then straight away Burton slow out of the tackle. That was the trigger. And wasting no time, Tommy Starling, who's had a blistering start to the year, finds Hosking, who just rampages his way over the northern end of GIO. And the green machine on the board early.
Number 2. Canberra here, conservative start, all muscle these first few tackles. Tarpany catching pass, Fogarty on. Oh, little gap open towards. He's straight through Kyo Weeks. Oh, yes. Kyo Weeks growing with confidence by the week.
Was always electric. And this is about putting your best players with speed in the right positions. And that's great work from Fogarty. In the moment he saw space, he took it. And in the blink of an eye, he was behind the defensive line. Look at this, Fogarty deep into the line, and as for a split second there, Burton collapsed, and Cherry just leant out defensively. He hit the gas. And look at that, just slices straight through. Great change of hands with the ball. And Kyo Weeks, the young excitement machine, the fullback, the Raiders. Look at Starling.
Canberra, they're just not taking their foot off the Canterbury throats. Oh, yeah. The slip ball movement. This is trouble. This is typical. It gets it on. Oh, yes. The razzle. The dazzle. The Canberra Raiders.
On that left edge defensively. Watch this. They rush out of the line there. It's Harry Hayes. And all of a sudden, step back was Burton. Cherry in the pocket was Montoya. And the moment Timokor sliced through, the speed, Dan. The speed on that right edge of the Raiders. Timokor, great work from Nicholson. He's had a great couple of weeks, Nicholson. But boy, Timokor, savage, speed, athleticism, uncontainable at times.
And you have to say, this is a fair reflection, this scoreline, of the distance between these sides to this point. Remember, they had the try, which looked pretty fair, turned down. So, Matty Order again. Oh, Papali'i out the back. What a pass! What a play! Hudson Young is over! This is electrifying. Have a listen to these fans. And you just knew if the points were going to keep coming, Hudson Young was going to get over at some point. Oh, what a crafty play. Papali'i. Also Fogarty. Look at it. It's beautiful. And Hudson Young steaming onto it. 8th try of the year. And the Raiders over 5 times. 1 disallowed. Stunning performance, even by their now high standards. And right now, they're top of the table. But don't forget, we've got a second half on the way. So let's
But a hold on so far. On the last, Strange through the hands. Young kicks on the left, looks heavy. He's kept it in, has he? And Tamale scores the try.
For all money, Isuzu MUX replay, for all money, we thought this ball was going dead in goal. But it takes up a little, it pops up beautifully. I think they'll have a look at it. Was his plant foot. Yeah, the grounding's fine. It's the plant foot when Seb Chris knocks this ball back into the field of play, or back in the in-goal, I should say. Is it still in the air?
Going to be a bang-bang play one way or the other. Which way is the bang-bang?
That's play. It's play on. Wow. And Tamale,
He was gone.
He'd half turned his back to go back for a 20-metre restart.
He was going back to spray Hudson Young. That's some play.
Well,
it's an incredible play.
Look, incredible play by the Canberra Raiders.
Starling just counting the numbers at dummy half. Goes to the open side. Hosking for Weeks. Oh, Timoko ran a lovely line. Set play from the Raiders. Works a treat.
Isuzu MUX replay. Just here. Lovely little wraparound play there around Hosking. Timoko very hard to stop from a short distance from the try line. Just look at the skill here from the back rower. Half passes early, back rower, fullback around the back. Creates an extra man. And that puts all sorts of pressure on the outside defence. Lovely try.
Josh!
What do you eat? Up they go. Oh, Hosking came down with it, knocked it back. This is alive for Savage to score the try. Plenty to look at on the replay. Fogarty, got whacks, but hit the mark. Weeks, support inside, and Hosking will score. How's Fogarty? He got whacked.
Isuzu MUX replay. Look, he dummied the kick so the defence held back. And then too much speed for Kieran Foran on the outside Weeks. And then Hosking, he's a try scorer. But Weeks, beautiful play. Dummy the kick. This will show it. Dummy the kick. Digs into the line. Passes. Cops his medicine. If you go into the line, that's what happens. Gal.
Yeah, just on the Ricky Stewart watch down here, boys, he's obviously been, he wanted to target Kieran Foran quite often this first half. That's the first time they've really gone there. Now, he knows Kieran Foran will hold straight on that lead runner, which is exactly what he did. And with the Weeks out the back.
Important tackle by Fermor, denying an offload that Canberra have had no shortage of. Getting there, Savage hits the ground running. And then the burst of speed, extraordinary try from the X-Man.
Isuzu MUX replay. The ball goes up. They all stand there and look at each other. Three players. Savage just goes, sweet, it's mine. Carries three players over. He is a much improved player.
It was a good kick, great chase. But the Gold Coast Titans, they just got caught ball watching there. The centre, the winger, and the fullback, they all just stood and said, yours. Xavier Savage, he just said, no, I'll take it, fellas. I'll get the 4-pointer. That's a great start for the Raiders.
Their attack's flowing.
Strange on kicking duty this time. Chris the target, it's floating away nicely, left behind, and Hudson Young scores another one. And they don't come much easier than that.
Johnny on the spot. Isuzu MUX replay. And a nice crossfield kick there by Strange. It's a poor drop. That should have been taken by Francis. But once again, a little bit scrappy, but effective.
Ethan Strange, haven't seen him kick too often, hardly ever. Landed it right on the spot. And there's Ricky Watch.
He's got a chance here.
Here he is now.
Into open space, options inside. They should walk this one in, and they do. Timoko. He has a double.
Now, Kieran Foran defensively here, he gets caught up by Isuzu MUX replay. Backing off, backing off, backing off. You just cannot back off and give players with the speed of Savage room to move. And they roll over. That was too easy. Now, you watch the outside defence. Fafuda's he's backing off. Just watch Foran. Terrible defence.
Well, he has that tendency, doesn't he, Kieran Foran? He likes to check his inside shoulder. So that back rower punching inside of him, he likes to check that big man.
And they keep it moving. Horsburgh with the one-handed take. Big Red, another offload. Starling kicks. Savage is the speedster. This would be some try. Oh, yes! Canberra!
This is incredible. Isuzu MUX replay. But they're playing from inside their own half. They went through numerous sets of hands. Looks like the ball's going to die right there. No, Tamale throws the ball infield. They go, big pass, Big Red gets the ball. He says, hang on, I want to get involved here. Starling then looks out wide and thinks, well, there's no one at home.
He had his hand up. He had his hand up, Savage. As soon as he got the ball, Starling Savage was screaming, he had his hand pointing forward. He was actually calling that. They're unstructured, they're dangerous when they back themselves. He looks up, Savage, see, he looked up there, Savage had his hand up and inch perfect, even shaped it.
And when
What a try.
when you possess that type of speed, here we go, sticky watch.
I think he might have retired from rip footy, Joe.
Oh, that's probably why.
Here's Sebastian Chris almost through, one-handed pass. Oh, what a hit back. A 12-man Canberra outfit have gone bang.
That's a great hit back from the Raiders. Look at Seb Chris here. Step off the left, back through the field. Gets a beautifully one-time one-handed pass. So Suzu MUX replay. The Raider is right back in this.
There's nothing really doing here. It's just the power and the speed. Great offload on the inside. He's got the phone out. Semi.
The north coast of New South Wales, and I don't think they've ever produced anyone who's less than tough. Here's Mariota, what a ball! Fogarty on the backup. Fogarty trying to outpace him. He gets the better of Tamare Martin, and the halfback puts Canberra ahead.
Fogarty sees this. Isuzu MUX replay, a great tip-on play there from the captain, and then halfback. He sees it and just backs himself. Great pass from the skipper, great power running. Great foot.
What a tremendous pass around the corner from Mariota. Sam Vide.
Yeah, fantastic exchange of passes there from the big boys. It's what I love to see.
Up left side, Hosking. Hudson Young hobbles back into play now. Ball with Paddy, Papali'i, and Sanders straight to hands. Savage for the corner, straightens up and gets over.
Out to the right-hand side. Ethan Sanders came from the left to the right to join with Ethan Strange. Timoko, that was the money ball. The catch and pass and release from Matt Timoko gave Xavier Savage a run to the... That was beautiful. How quick did that all happen? That'll make your eyes go funny if you look at that too closely. Just look how quickly they offloaded those balls out to Xavier Savage. Needed to do some work still to score the try. Right foot step, split a few of the defenders. Angus Crichton, one of them.
Last tackle. Sanders got it to the end goal. This time he was denied in the first half. Do they give it to him? Simi Sasangi for Canberra.
The grubber. Sanders drops it in. He wins the race to the ball. Now live, it looks good.
It looks good.
Live, it looked good. Beautiful kick from Ethan Sanders. That's going to be good.
I can't take it off him.
That's good.
And try is confirmed. He was shaking his head. He's probably still shaking his head from the first half.
Andrew, as a player, you aren't sure sometimes. Oh, that's no doubt. There's no doubt.
Paddy to Sanders. What's he got? They're going to run it on the left. It's coming out Chris's way. He could have run himself just about.
Oh, he could have.
He got it in goal. They've got it back anyway, and the Raiders have scored. Hudson Young over.
Where they spent a mountain of time down there, but Ethan Sanders, they keep the ball alive on last play. Seb Chris, I thought he would have scored a try. But offloads, that is a miracle ball from Tamala. That is an absolute miracle how he got it in. There was 4 Roosters pushing him across the sideline. Just watch this. Oh, somehow he had that arm free, despite all those red, white and blue jumpers there.
Papali'i turns around, cut offload. Last tackle, Canberra. Roosters defence. Magnificent again. Paddy's kick. Raiders all over it. Top, and he scores.
And they've left it until the last play again. And Owen Paddy, very clever little rubber kick through the Roosters' defence. There was a foot on it. Looked like he was going to score himself, but the skipper arrives first. What about the kicking game of Owen Paddy in the second half, the 40-20, to get them in a position to score their first try of the second half, then lays on the third try.
Crafty player, like real guile about there. Weeks has got some moves and speed and shows us Kyo Weeks for Strange, the Raiders. The Raiders raid the Roosters. Coop not there.
Canberra Raiders. The big high kick from Hugo Savala. Chase was scattered. Billy Smith missed his mark, and then the speed gets on and around Angus Crichton of Kyo Weeks. A diving Daniel Tupou can't save it. Ethan Strange pushing up on the inside. And the fourth try of the second half, which will see them 8 in front after the goal is kicked. What a move there by Kyo Weeks. Billy Smith thought he had his man, but he moved immediately after he took the ball, and that was good enough to beat Smith, and then the speed to take on Angus Crichton and then link with the 5'8 Ethan Strange. What an impressive second half it's been by the Green Machine.
Comes back to Hosking. Continued assault here by the Raiders. Top of the Rabbitohs line. Strange gets out of a tackle and scores for Canberra.
Before half-time, they've got a couple of repeat sets here. The Raiders, who skips out of the tackle. Had enough numbers there around him to stop, but he shows great strength. Sullivan it is that misses a tackle. The numbers were there, but Strange too strong. Gets it right on half-time for the Canberra Raiders, and didn't they need it?
He came in for huge praise from Ricky Stewart just recently, right here on Fox League, when he said Jack White, Laurie Daly, Ethan Strange reminds him of both of those players. And here is the coach. He says, at long last, we found a way to the line. And there's a celebration. I don't know, we've seen too many of those in Ewan Aitken. Here's Young. He tests out Kepi once again. They picked out their man for the moment in the defensive line. Starling, short side, Strange, solo effort again. Just stays on his feet.
I thought someone might have impeded, but no one was there. Just a great little bit of footwork, left foot step, little bit of a shuffle, just straight over. Didn't close off, back on the inside that time, the South Sydney side. Look at that for footwork. He's in for number 2.
They had their problems as far as wins were concerned last season. He stuck solid, Ricky Stewart, with Ethan Strange. He said he is our 5'8 for the future for a long, long time to come. Still just 20 years of age in game number 36 in his NRL career here today. As we get at their own goal line, Fogarty looks across to his right-hand side for Savage. Up against Johnston, they both lie. Johnston couldn't get to it. It's still there. Hosking has it.
Great powerful running there. It all started with Weeks at the back. Straight away, that's the best set of the game so far. Hosking stays alive, back on the inside. Look at this, they can't catch it. Ball goes back, bounces away. Hosking right on the spot to score.
They had a couple of dips at it, didn't they? First in the contest here between Johnston and Savage. Savage has troubled him all game. Falcon there for Alex Johnston, who tried to recover. He missed it. Humphreys missed it. And then Hosking, realising there was nobody around him, just took his time to make no mistake. Last tackle again. Fogarty will mix it up, goes with a bomb this time, not a deep one. Chris tapping it backwards. Young out the back for Sasangi. Brilliance from Hudson Young.
Scored just on the stroke of half-time. The high kick goes up. Look at the skill here from Young. Sasangi scores the try, but Young, one-handed offload. That's a beautiful pass. Great skill. Latrell Mitchell just couldn't hang on to him there. Come across in cover defence. Sasangi, look at that. He's alert. Pass back on the inside. We've mentioned about the offloads here. They really shut them down in the first half, the South Sydney side. Been able to do it. Fatigue set in now. A lot of one-on-one tackles and offloads here. Look at this. This will tell the story. That's a great pass. Good footwork too, in and away. Sasangi gets over.
And again, it was that man, Seb Chris, with the important tap. You couldn't script it any better for Ricky Stewart, as Smithies will play it just outside the 20. Here is Tarpany charging hard. We're looking for one here to potentially put this one to bed. Here is Paddy!
I'm surprised the crowd didn't jump the fence here.
Ricky Stewart just about did. Paddy searching out from dummy half. Found Big Papa. Try confirmed. He was smiling on the way down as well. Well, you just can't script it like this. They'd knock you back in Hollywood if you said, well, have him break the record and he'll score the winning try as well.
Have a look at Ricky.
Ricky is up and about. Oh, what a moment on this fabulous day for the Canberra Raiders. He's got nous, he's got strength. There's Paddy. Finds Papa again! Oh, he's done it! Yes, he has!
How good.
He grabs a double. He's just scored the 5th double of his career and his first since 2016. Back in the days when he was that raw-boned back rower. Plants it down there, right on the line.
It was a nice pass there from Owen Paddy. Just have a look where he started, Big Papa. A little bit wider of the ruck that time.
10 away. Just off centre field. Starling steps out of dummy half. Papali'i, short ball, Tuppeny try.
Josh Papali'i, Harvey Norman replay, onto his mate. Both should be playing half and 5'8". How'd you like that, Andrew?
Well, it was too simple, wasn't it? The 5'8", Heath Mason, he made the decision easy for Josh Papali'i.
Which way do they go? Starling, they go to the left. Fogarty to Chris. Chris, the flick pass on debut. Yes, Jenny. Jed Stewart scores on debut.
Harvey Norman replay right from the backfield. He's an exciting player, this fella, isn't he? So quick, elusive. Big run down the middle of the field, linked up. I just had the Tigers of 6s and 7s here. Seb Chris, he's a good player too. He really set Jed up here nicely. What's this? He had a lot to do. Plenty of defenders in front of him. Didn't have the numbers. He just stood them up. Beautiful flick pass. Get it down, Jed. Get it down. Get it down. Keep your feet in. All good. Oh.
How's that left arm?
Young to Chris. Seb Chris. Flick pass. Strange is away. Inside to Starling. Starling kicks for Weeks. And Luai just got his way. They knocked it behind. This will be a try.
They go wide, and then just a simple missed tackle. You just can't miss those at this level. Nice flick out the back. Starling on the inside. He gets the wobbles, kicks, and then what happens here? He just drops. Harvey Norman replay. Just haven't turned up. Tigers, look at this missed tackle. That's a really poor miss. The flick. Geez, they're fast. Nostrom Luai, does he take him out here? We can't really see on that angle. I think there would have been a penalty and maybe a sin bin if they didn't score, and then spills the lollies. That's a try.
They're all there. Nice spread of the ball from their own end of the field. All the green jerseys. Have a look at them. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Now Fogarty calling the shots on the last. But they go short side to Strange. Ponga. Oh, Sasangi filling the boots of Hudson Young.
And Tim McCott makes a line break. Harvey Norman replay. He gets the field position. And Simi Sasangi, he just competes for the football. Like I mentioned, he started it down the other end of the field, and he attacks the football here. He comes up with the first 4-pointer.
Team shaping for an offload. He'll play it on the last here. Starling short side, Hosking. Oh, brilliant! What an offload! And look who's backing up, he always does. Kyo Weeks.
Harvey Norman replay, run the ball on the last tackle. And just look at him expecting the offload. And he's the only one expecting it. Zach Hoskins just pushes it out underneath, and Kyo Weeks, he is supremely confident at the moment.
There's Zach Hosking, another former Knight. He's a try scorer, Zach Hosking. He pops up all the time, but this time gets the late offload.
Plays it a metre out. They stick short side. Sasangi, another offload. Quick hands. And they work the short side beautifully for Ethan Strange to score his 7th of the season.
Through Harvey Norman replay, run the ball on the last once again. Simi Sasangi, and he bumps off a Knight.
Watch Kai Pearce Paul here. He knocks him. Knocks him flying. This might be a HIA for Kai Pearce Paul. But once again, power running with support. And then the offload.
They all support each other. Starling goes to the short side, backs up, gets the ball to Strange. They're all looking for the pass, looking for the offload. They earn the field position, and they do it their way.
So score some tries, mate. That'd be handy.
Oh, mistake by Hastings, and look how quickly Strange turns defence into attack. Running around Gagai, finds the outside man. Stewart for 2 in 2 for the number 2.
Against the run of play, Harvey Norman replay. Ball comes out the back. Hastings just spills his lollies. Ethan Strange, he's all out attack. He backs himself. Look at the speed. Now look at this ball, just backs himself. Yeah, that's fine. And then Jed Stewart, he's over. 2 in 2 weeks. Try scoring machine.
Celebrated his 24th birthday between the 2 games last Sunday. Jed Stewart.
He's going to play next year with Ethan Sanders playing halfback. Ethan Strange will go to the right side. He's normally a left side player. On the right side in the under-20, under-19s New South Wales, he scored
3 metres away from the line. Starling, look out! Fogarty! Ball with typical. Back there for Weeks. Unloaded for Savage! He's got over, I reckon.
Harvey Norman replay. Typical Canberra shift. Typico got the offload, and then here, let's have a look at the work of Savage. Oh, he scored that, Foster.
So he goes perpendicular.
He goes out.
And the air, that's what I mean. He's prepared to go outside the field of play and come in the side door.
In. There you go.
The side door, the one
side
by
door.
Laundry. That's it. Not the back door.
No back door there. It's side door.
That's side door, folks. So there's the front door. He's gone past it.
Yeah. Oh,
and from the side door.
That's great skill. Oh. That is great skill from our wingers. The modern day winger.
Bit of pressure here. A lot of dragon Thursdays there. Bit of pressure here. Look at Weeks. Look at Weeks. That is a mesmerising pick up and run. We have a new fastest man.
Away he goes. And I did feel sorry for Blake Laurie. He was trying to match it with him. He was no chance. Look at the speed and the power there.
Well, the quick players look fast in slow motion.
They do. Is that slow motion?
That's
right.
He's the mullet flying in the breeze.
Yeah.
Not for the first time this year. Kyo Weeks scores long range or sets one up. And why wouldn't you dive like that and then take a bow? All of it is simply brilliant. we dip our lid to you, Mr. Kyo Weeks. A little post-try celebration.
Yeah.
Dragons find themselves defending inside the 20. Happened many times in the first half. Moody, Fogarty, right across. Raiders with Weeks. He's over again. Kyo Weeks.
Particularly when you've got a tackle-busting team like the Raiders. Good shift. Weeks just off his right foot, straightens up and gets through the tackle there of Allen. It shows it's a bad miss there. Tough tackle to make, but you've got to get up the line. Yeah, well,
he's done for the so-called push, and then he misses the tackle here.
Yeah. Well, he has been very good tonight with his defence and his attack, but on this occasion, look at the footwork and the agility there of Weeks to just get back on the inside very quickly.
It's a last tackle play. There's going to be a threatening kick coming. Fogarty just running the show off his right boot. It's there again. It's not going Chris, and Morgan Smith is his first as a Raider.
Wow, what a try it is as well. Little kick here into the air. Sebastian Chris gets through and knocks it backwards. And there he is, all over it. And look at the joy from his teammates. I think they enjoyed it more than Smithies himself. Nice kick, wasn't it? Right on the money. And he's been there all night.
Look at how far he ran to score it too.
Well, we can extend that out. But he's been there all night, pushing, near the try line. Look, this is just a good reward for getting through on a kick.
So your first try in the NRL is this.
Look at that.
One step,
bang,
put down. Yes.
Yes.
Morgan Smithies.
Has he got a try celebration? Well, he didn't get time to put it on.
That's right. He's had a try celebration on standby for 4 years, but he might give you a second chance. He's beaten on the Dragons.
Oh, no way.
Jared Sutton. He's beaten everyone. They're chasing. Little was magnificent. Weeks has still got there for a hat trick.
Nothing on here. Cook had a good opportunity here to make the tackle. He bounces out of that one. And straight away finds his energy and he finds top gear straight away to burst through a couple of flimsy tacklers there from the Dragons. Now he's away. Now the locks are blowing.
Beat him. Oh, yes! He's got Sutton bamboozled.
That's another tackle bust.
Great step.
And back in through here, through the tackle of Gutherson. And Little comes at him here as well. Look, you can't see him coming. He looks at the big screen. He can see him. He can feel him coming from behind.
Great chase, Little.
Yeah, great chase. Managed to offset him. I thought he might have flipped the ball up there, but he's going to roll over and dive over to score the try.
How good is rugby league? How good is rugby league played like that? Kyo Weeks, 3 tries, and all of them pearlers.
Well, it was a special one before half-time, and that's equally as...
One of the few Raiders without a try this season. Could be the day for Corey. Back to the left side, Fogarty, quick hands, and Stewart goes over.
To the left-hand side, out the back to Fogarty, rifles it across, and there's Chris under huge pressure from the experienced Zach Lomax. This will show it perfectly. Lomax lands right in the grill of Chris, and he bats it on beautifully to Stewart, who's found a real home out on that left-hand side with the injury to Tamale. And that is great skill. Boy, they have started hot here, the Canberra side. And it's Stewart that gets the opening 4-pointer of the afternoon. Gee, that was crisp, sharp.
That has been the Raiders since Vegas, really. That's the truth. That has been the Raiders since Vegas. They click into gear quickly. There's more to be done. But that was quite a run from Strange and quite a finish. Now, oh, what a pass to Hosking from Fogarty, the Raiders.
Just shrugging off defenders. There's the nice work from Chris. Watch this from Strange. Bang. Left foot, fan, shrugs, throws Riley Smith, then starts skimming across field. Hit heavily from Williams, but this was just a clinic right here from Fogarty. Joash Papali, the young fella, only his second week in the starting team at 5'8", digs deep into the line, and Hosking, who signs an extension this week, has been a revelation since coming to the nation's capital, and just a beautifully executed play, isolating the young half. Gee, the Raiders, well, 7.5 minutes, and
in front of the Parramatta posts, 9 away. Eels up by 4. Starling to the left. Fogarty, Chris with it, nicely done. Stewart's got a double.
Yes, it was a nice sequence from Fogarty. Found Hosking back on the inside. That got some momentum at the play of the ball. And there's Fogarty going across Strange. Simonson jammed in. That time, not connected Lomax. And Jed Stewart gets his second. The ball playing of Fogarty. They've loved the left-hand side this afternoon. They've seen something during the week that they wanted to go after. And they just got the look they were after. Lomax not connected with Simonson. And the big smiling Jed Stewart strolls over. Plants it down at the northern end of GIO Stadium.
Starling looking up, goes right. Strange on that side. Short pass. Parramatta's defence not able to stop Sasangi.
This is his final play before coming from the field. Look at this. Ethan Strange coming from the left-hand side to the right to link up with Sasangi. It was Fogarty caught playing the ball, so he didn't just sit on his left edge. Love that. Halves playing both sides of the field. Stepping up. Sasangi just wrestling his way over the line, getting the ball down, but put that down to the little number 6. Well, he's not little. Ethan Strange, a real presence here in the nation's capital in that number 6 jersey. And he's had a great afternoon, Ethan Strange.
7.5 to go. Another set restart. The poor old Eels haven't had one today. The Raiders had more than a handful. Horsburgh with it. He offloaded!
There's Young. It was a one-on-one strip from Dury back into the hands of Hudson. It was the set restart, and then that got Owen Paddy out of dummy half, found a Horsburgh, got on the outside of Smith, got the right arm free, and did well to control it to the ground, gets it down. And Owen Paddy, try confirmed. Parley was coming to try and disrupt.
Michael, we're all about telling stories, and you've spent a bit of time in the coaching staff here at Canberra. A man somewhere looking down on that moment is Peter Mulholland, great rugby league man. He was responsible for bringing this young man to the club. Now, as the story goes, never actually met him. He's 35 away from the line. It's going to be another win. It appears as Paddy! Owen Paddy's turned one into a double! Nick Ennis said it's going to be fun with this kid.
Yes, the moment there's disruption or marker's not square,
I confirm.
Bang, he just explodes and then cuts back on the inside. Well, it's exactly what we saw Blake Brayley do last night multiple times. And sitting at home, probably on his couch, watching Brayley, he thought, boy, that's me tomorrow. And the moment he saw it, off he went. And you're right, there's another one. Pete Mulholland to be sitting up.
And later tonight, we get to see the second place Melbourne. You're about to see the third place Canterbury. Tomorrow, watch the fourth place Warriors.
Here he is.
So it's away. Strange inside, leading the chase. Strange scores for Canberra.
I talked about confidence. Tarpany ball playing, but Sasangi under pressure from Lomax. That is brilliant. And then the skill of Jed Stewart, boy, that is immaculate. That's his rugby sevens days, if you don't mind. Kicks back on the inside of Viongi. This will show it beautifully. Boys, class here, Tarpany. So too Sasangi. And then summed it up beautifully. Realised it was too tight to thread the needle and try and get the pass because Simonson was there. But got the kick execution perfect. Strange with great composure.
Yeah, Starling bypasses him to go to Tarpany. Strange for Weeks, and then Sasangi. Ball there for Jet Stewart, who scored 4 tries in 4 games. He helps set one up here. Great hands by Young since he's got this chance in the NRL.
Oh, they're good when they're in full swing, aren't they? 50 metres out here for the Harvey Norman replay. Just watch Weeks stay alive back on the inside. Stewart takes it beautifully. I think he got a surprise that he got the ball. Hudson Young there with the pass straight away to Weeks. You can see where he came from behind the ruck there. He was involved in the spread. Just the one-on-one missed tackle. Look at this for a pass. Sasangi, the ball out the back. Beautiful. Great hands there from Stewart. Does well. That's a hard thing to do on the run like that. Strides away from Gamble. Gets the ball back on the inside. They all come alight that time, supporting the ball carrier. Weeks it is. It just takes the spoils, improves his position. Just like that, the Canberra Raiders are in.
Coming to the open side this time after the trick shot earlier on. Sasangi just goes straight through a clean miss. Simi Sasangi would do for them. He's been here several times this season in the centre role. And then coming across, just a miscommunication there. Gamble was hurrying. McCarthy beaten on the inside shoulder. A pretty simple try for Canberra.
Yeah, well, that's the problem with the Newcastle Knights. They play good in patches. It's too simple, this try. Both players going low. Gamble coming across. Sasangi, great leg strength. Just a little bit of footwork at the line. He can't believe his luck. Just bounces away from a couple of players and scores the try. What a replacement. Gee, they got
to play it on the last. Brown gets heavier once again. And now Young over there. It goes to Weeks. Hosking to McCaw. It comes to Savage. They've gone the length of the field.
Of their minds. They go up the short side. Look at the retreat here of the Newcastle Knights. A little bit slow. Some wonderful ball movement. He's an underrated player, Hosking. Knew exactly what to do straight away. Savage gets a try. That's wonderful play up the short side. Hudson Young's come from the other side of the field to get involved there. Great play. Geez, they're great to watch, the Canberra Raiders. Only, minute and a half to go before half-time. Gagai can't make the tackle. Savage scores. So good to watch in full stride, these guys. They just peg themselves in front again.
And you mentioned it, Blocker. Hudson Young going all the way from the left-hand side to the right-hand side. To Papali'i thought about a kick. Now Starling standing. Still going. Tom Starling came to a complete stop. Make it double jeopardy. They say no obstruction by Sasangi there on Phoenix Crossland. Watch it again. Make of it at home what you will. But he still had the ball in his hand when Hunt had his hand on top of him. That should have been a tackle.
Yeah, it's not a bad try there for the Harvey Norman replay. I thought Crossland was hard.
Fogarty, Mariota straight down the middle. Stopped there by Gagai and also Frizzell. 3 tackles gone. Starling, Smithies, Fogarty, Timokor. He steps his way through.
Charges down the middle, gets a repeat set there. They go out to their right-hand side. We already mentioned Sasangi with a good try earlier in the game in the first half. This time it's Timokor. We know how strong they are, powerful. Gagai can't make the tackle. He spins out of that tackle. Just hitting the ball nice and direct. And just got caught out here. Hunt it is that misses the tackle. Timokor spins out, scores. They're so powerful. And they go back-to-back, the Raiders, in the second half here.
Repeat set coming on the very last play of that previous set. Sasangi feeds it back. Fogarty stabs one towards the uprights. Martin is there. So was Horsburgh. Martin ends up with it. In game number 4.
And right on the spot. Noah Martin, look at the chase come through here. Noah Martin right on the spot there. Along with Horsburgh. He gets the spoils. What a passage of play there from the Canberra Raiders. All started by Tarpany through the middle of the ruck.
Contest there. Horsburgh thereabouts. Falls for Noah Martin. And now Paddy feeds it to Fogarty. Through the hands this time. Tipped on by Weeks. Timokor. What a touch by Kyo Weeks. The referee, though. Well, I mean, watch it again. He probably wasn't going to get to Timokor. But Cogger, really, I mean, given no choice but to play it, Mark, because he ran pretty much right at him. But whether he was going to get there or not after the tip on there, I don't think Cogger was going to pick up Timokor.
Oh, it's a hard man to tackle, isn't he?
Right on top of the goal line. He tries to dispense it. Damien Cook. We wanted to talk about it. We're back underway here. And now 2-on-1. Timokor back on the angle. He crashes in.
6 again. They keep reloading here on this right-hand side. Timokor gets the ball virtually standing still. A little bit of footwork. He's that hard to stop that close to the line. There are any number of Dragon players around him, but look at the power of this young fella. 2 tries, as I said last week, scores that one comfortably. And there's the difference between the two sides. All the football up the other end for the Dragons. They get 1 try. And the Canberra Raiders don't need that many opportunities to get one. They get 1 back. Looks like they'll level the scores here.
Last play once again. Starling for Fogarty. Into Timokor, straight into a hole. He's got a double yet again. Back-to-back weeks. He plants it down.
To Timokor to score the try. Just overread it that time. I think it was King Tongi that come in to make the tackle. Come in off his line to make the tackle on Fogarty, which allowed him just with the soft hands on the outside. Just watch King Tonga here. Just goes in, tries to make the tackle, just leaves that yawning gap there. Timokor goes in for number 2, 2nd week in a row. Improves his position. And they are so good. They don't panic, the Canberra Raiders.
she can there with Lodge in defence. Back to the middle with Fogarty. He sends it to Strange. He dummies, he steps, and he beats them all helplessly. He's a star on the rise, this lad.
Harvey Norman replay. Just watch him here. As soon as he finds a little bit of space, he just takes them on. That's his greatest strength, his running game. And Hudson Young, he created the space for him. Just watch Daly Cherry Evans. He sinks in on Hudson Young here. That's where the space comes from. That's an indicator to run for the young man. Ethan Strange, remember that name.
Yeah, he's got footwork and he's strong. Just got through saying the Raiders.
Starling for Strange. Across to Horsburgh. Lovely ball movement. Here's the speed man, Weeks, linking in with Timokol. He wants to keep it alive. He finds his winger, Xavier Savage. They are so good to watch.
Moving the ball and getting to a point on the field to move the ball for a play. Harvey Norman replay. But what's the natural talent take over here? The space, the offload, make someone miss, turn, look inside, no, turn outside, get the ball away. You can't coach that. That's just natural talent.
Yeah, they can all break tackles. You see here, Kaya Weeks strong through the hips. And then Timokol, he keeps the ball alive. They can all break tackles and they're all willing to offload. That's the style of the Canberra Raiders in 2025. And you, Gal?
Yeah, Billy, there's not a more exciting team in the competition than these Canberra Raiders. Their outside backs are so fast, so skillful.
And one of the English brigade that has served the Raiders well. Smitty, Strange! He's exploded through again!
He knows that he can break tackles. Harvey Norman replay. Give me the ball. Get out of my way. That's just absolutely brilliant.
They're off down the left again. Chris Stewart, backhand around the corner. How do you like that? He's off for three!
That's okay. Stewart, watch his pass.
Oh, stop.
The right-hand flick, and then the strength of Strange is on show again. That confidence, here it is here, Jed Stewart. He was the one who regathered the kick at the start of the set.
Get out.
And then some class like that. He's come on in leaps and bounds. Great defensively this afternoon, or this evening. And then produces a pass like that. Ethan Strange, he picks up a hat-trick.
Oh, Tavanga. He flung it to no one. Chris has picked it up and bounds away. A shocking error by Manly, and they are made to pay the ultimate price.
He's the one that pounces on it. Harvey Norman replay. Just a wayward pass from Tavanga. And Seb Chris, he attacked it. They seize on the opportunities, the Raiders.
Yeah, it's always nice when your defence scores a try.
Starling short side. Timokol can bust a tackle. Not on this occasion. Garner round the legs. Starling. They'll try the cross play. Tapine! Twist and shout!
And the Harvey Norman replay, watch this. He isolates Dylan Edwards, Sorensen there, too big and too strong close to the line. Great isolation work here from Tom Starling to just get a big body on a smaller defender close to the line. When all eyes were on the shift, Starling just went to his skipper straight through the front door.
Ripping into the Panthers' defence. The Penrith defence on their goal line has been quite magnificent tonight. Fogarty, Strange to test them. Sasagi!
And Jamal Fogarty makes the right call here by getting the ball out to Ethan Strange. And 1-on-1 back rower, too big, too strong. And the Harvey Norman replay, the Raiders score. And as you called it, Vossi, they had to be next to score. Now they've got the confidence. Now they've got the momentum. Jamal Fogarty made the right play there by getting the ball out to Ethan Strange.
In some ways, you could call the 7 and 6 a bit of an odd couple. We had them on the fan earlier this year, sitting side by side. There is 10 years the difference between them, but they have become a very good combination. Like, one is the perfect fall for the other. Fogarty's not the runner. Strange is aggressive and everything. And try in the first half. Almost got to look at the line there. Paddy, they're calling for it on the right-hand side. Out it goes. Fogarty, runners, Strange, young man, Ethan Strange!
5 minutes to go, watch this. Ethan Strange coming from a hidden position, wraps around the back of Hosking, uses KO Weeks as the decoy. This angle will show it up perfectly. Taulagi comes up past the football. Strange gets it, too strong, carries them over. 16 all, kick to come.
What a player. He bobs up on the right side. Ethan Strange. Canberra, they've got a good and they know it. Ricky thinks he could play for Australia this year. He gets the ball down. It is 16 all. Fogarty with a shot from 15 in from touch. And now we're seeing even more. And Strange, he is away for the Raiders. Supported Weeks. That is the most remarkable rugby league moment.
Gets the ball to Ethan Strange, and he beats 1, 2, gets past Edwards, and he sets up his main man, KO Weeks, for the match winner. Canberra, 20-16. They are in the box seat to win the minor premiership.
It will forever be remembered as the miracle in Mudgee. Where were you when? August 22, 2025. This is absolutely mind-blowing. This bloke, Strange. Measure him up for the green and gold, Kevy. And looming up, KO Weeks, identified by Cooper as the potential match winner. He is the match winner.
Fogarty goes to the air. The wind dragging it back here to Taruva. Oh, he's done it! Jed Stewart coming. Jed Stewart scores! Stewart is over!
Well, it's not snowing here, but it might have brought snow. It went that high, and it wasn't a spiral, it wasn't a floater, it was a regulation bomb. The drop punt just went that high, and the wind picked it up, and for the Harvey Norman replay, as we see it again and what Taruva faced, he wasn't anywhere near it. The movement from the ball, too hard, and Stewart pounces.
I don't believe there's any problem here, and there it is, try confirmed. There was just a little nudge, but this is all a contest of the ball. But the hand on the shoulder can sometimes get the bunker's interest. But Taruva was done in all ends up. And Jed Stewart, this fairy tale season, debuted at 24. And
that's his 5th try. That's his 5th try, and he's playing his 9th game, Dan. And you just saw whether...
Hosking the decoy. Fogarty the receiver. Horsburgh down the middle. Big Red is over. Horsburgh thunders his way to the line.
Jerome Luai swinging around to the right-hand side. Latu Fainu trying to pick up his fullback, who was under all sorts of pressure from Simi Sasangi. A terrible pass that he couldn't drag in. 2 set restarts. I reckon 5-6 tackles they spent on their line, and then Jamal Fogarty, that's a great piece of play from Fogarty, across the field, straightens up and puts Corey Horsburgh in enough space for Big Red to crash his way across the line. Terrific ball from Jamal Fogarty, and he skips out of the tackle to what will be 12-6 to the Canberra Raiders.
So that snuffs out the Tigers' try. Horsburgh, really since early in the first half. Fogarty on, Strange early ball. Sasangi goes for it. Sasangi's over. Simi Sasangi presses over the line.
16-10 now up. And Jamal Fogarty again, I like what Jamal's done. out to Strange, and then Sasungi. It was 2-on-2, but just showed the ball on the outside. And for the Harvey Norman replay, the speed that Fogarty is playing at the line is just setting things up on the outside. Good work from the 7. Strange just feeding it on, and Sasungi has proven many times this year that
Young running out of dummy half. This is an outstanding set. There's an offload. Tarpany away. In for Ethan Strange! The Martin Premiership! The Gildan Shield! As the team in green is off for another victory.
A couple of runs out of dummy half from Hudson Young in the last few sets really have sparked the Raiders, and gets out of dummy half, beats a tackle, and then flops one out there to Joe Tarpany. We've been talking about the lack of offloads, a couple in that movement, and Ethan Strange. Just look at Ethan Strange there, out the back, wondering what's going to happen, ready to pounce, ready to go if required. Tarpany, footwork, and then Strange just accelerates into space, gets past the cover defender.
Good catch, Asako. Ball loose through the legs. My goodness, that's a bit embarrassing. And the Raiders, Michael Asamoah is given a little first try in first grade.
After the kick not cleaned up, the Raiders put a reasonable set in. But on the Harvey Norman replay, the pass on the inside was a shocker and just couldn't be cleaned up. And Michael Asamoah, on debut, gets the ball, and it's out in front of Trey Fuller. It nutmegs Tavita Nafahu, and Asamoah picks the ball up and scores his first NRL try. And can this be the turnaround? Can things start to go the Raiders' way? They only had 10 sets of the ball in the first half. They had no field position. That just might get them moving the right way. And
Raiders now with a chance for points. We're on 54 points for the day. We have 22 minutes remaining. And Sanders, oh no, we got another bloke, a future goat who scores his 6-game career.
And we're going to look at it. Here's the Mark Nichols error. Just spills the ball. Might have been a hand in there, but it's play on. Ball control not at its best, and then Noah Martin running onto an Ethan Sanders pass, splits a couple of defenders. Vinny Fuiaki and also Ray Stone to score the Raiders' second try.
I like this one. You liked him in the pre-season challenge.
Yeah,
Noah Martin,
he was fantastic. Yep, he's a goer. He's a goer, and he's got a bit more skill than just being a goer.
That was his only try of last season when he did that little kick against the Dragons and regather. Maybe another one for Corey today. Charging through, Joe Roddy. He has his moments.
Scoring their first tries in the NRL. And Joe Roddy hitting the space there. Burst through a couple of tackles. Soren Keeley, Tau for another one of them. The Dolphins players missing Joe Roddy as he runs his first try in. Michael Asamoah scoring his first try this afternoon. Nice flat ball there from Trey Mooney. Plenty of Raiders lining up out the back, and Trey Mooney hits his forward.
See, don't worry about the scoreline on the ball. And then Levi, they attack close to the post. Oh, it's starting.
Oh, Joe Roddy.
Double! Joe Roddy, it's too easy.
They get a penalty on halfway. They get themselves some territory, which they've had very little of, and Joe Roddy, as simple as that, beats Jeremy Marshall-King. Flat ball from Danny Levi across the face of another Raiders forward. Gets past Marshall-King and scores try number 2. Great stuff, Joe Roddy.
Well, Frank Roddy was the player who played for the Raiders.
When?
In that very first season, the first
82.
2 seasons, yeah.
Barrels towards the Broncos goal line. He's held underneath the black dot. Payne Haas is there waiting for him. Starling picks it up, fires it to Fogarty. He digs it to the end goal. Hudson Young.
He scored, he'll score. Harvey Norman replay. Defence comes up, look at that big gap to get it through, and then Hudson Young, he scores the half chances. Have a look, he's that excited, he stands up, he ends up falling over.
No, well, he found the space there, Fogarty, beautifully. He just drifted to the outside. Ben Hunt, he got up nice and hard. He created space between himself.
It comes to Fogarty this time. Full tackle Canberra. Hudson Young off the left boot, rolling in towards the goal line. It is a stunner on a Sunday for Sebastian Chris.
Rushing defence, Harvey Norman replay. Looks up, puts the ball on the left foot. Oh, it's smart play. They're over again, the Raiders.
Well, it's great skill as well. Hudson Young, we know him for his bustling runs. But that skill to drop it on the left boot, and he's under a lot of pressure too from Ben Hunt. Just watch Hunt go out. He hits him. He actually puts it onto the boot as he's getting hit by Ben Hunt. That's a beautiful pickup. Seb Chris. Oh, they're up and about the green machine. Lockie.
Well, similar to the first try, Mariner was up.
Kura again. Oh, 6 more. He took the long road out of the tackle. Weaves! He's burned them! He's left them standing! He's dynamite!
Replay. Here's the lead-up play. It was a great tackle, and he just stayed in there too long. He tried to get the marker, and it was a set restart. Just watch this. You get a play coming off the line sideways. It was Kobe Hetherington. And Kyo Weeks, he just said, thank you very much. I'll take that every day of the week.
And when you're taking on that first defender, you always back yourself to beat him. And it's the marker who usually picks you up on the inside. Peter Kura then at marker, he just relaxed for that split second. And then once the acceleration came.
Oh, Weeks is up! Look at him explode away! Weeks to the 30. They're not going to catch him. He's got 100 metres. What a sight!
Oh, 3 metres, 4 metres from his own try line. Harvey Norman replay. It actually looked like it was going to be a try to the Broncos. There he is. He's about 3 metres from his own line. He picks it up. He sticks it under the right wing and just sets sail for the try line at the other end of the field. And no one was there. No one was going to catch him. They tried in vain, but what a quick turnaround that is for the home team.
So that was going to be a try for all money. And Jamal Fogarty, he gets his hand and knocks it backwards. And then Kyo Weeks, the mullet was flowing and he was flying. It looked like
7 metres away. Starling out the back. Fogarty promotes it. Here's Ethan Strange. Left foot step. He's beaten them. It's his 14th try of the year. And the Raiders are rolling home.
Just on the Harvey Norman replay. Great first touch here by Sasungi. Lovely ball there by Fogarty. And just footwork and speed. We've seen this all year from that young man, Ethan Strange. Geez, he's electric. Well, you can say that about nearly every player on the park today, but just classy.
So powerful off his left foot. Oh, left foot, left foot. Left-hand carry, right-hand fend. Look at him explode out of that tackle.
Do you see Laurie Daly in him, Andrew? That's been the comparison.
It's similar, yeah. He's not as big as Laurie, but he's the run threat.
Starling. He's the Horsburgh. Big red on the charge, but a good tackle. Colhoun, upright. Has he got it down? No, he got it down. He rolled over and scored. He has scored.
No one else knew. Harvey Norman replay. Big red under the post. They've all got him. Too many Sharks jerseys. How does he get this down? The arm comes free and he puts the ball down on the line. He knew. He knew. Have a look at him.
Yeah, this view here, this will show it beautifully. He almost gets tackled onto the post, and just watch the right arm. It comes free, he keeps it up and just rolls out and just puts it on the line. Grant Atkins, the referee, he was Johnny on the spot. He was right there, had a great view.
Lurking to the left. They go to Fogarty. Fogarty to Chris. Chris kick. Quick hands out wide to Molly.
There it is.
There's a try for the Raiders.
Just outnumber them there. The Sharks defence decided to race up. And they got them with a nice little overlap on the left-hand side of the field. That'll get the crowd involved now.
Well, they set him up beautifully, didn't they? As that same play that they ran just before when they got the obstruction. But this time they used Sasungi as a bit of bait. Just watch his pass here by Fogarty. across the face of Sasangi, Jesse Ramey, and he flies out of the line thinking that Sasangi's going to get the ball. Just watch him. He races out across, and then he puts his winger, Katoa, under all sorts of pressure. It's a 2-on-1 situation.